again. I'm starting new at 6 minutes past 2. Really hope this is going to work this time. Having all sorts of troubles. It is Friday, March the 19th, 2021. And I working yet or not? So if anybody's out there, let me know. Speak and we will find out. I have no idea what happened with that last one. So, okay, somebody's here. Hello. Somebody has commented. I'm not seeing your comment. I don't understand. What? They've changed the interface on my page, but they did not tell me. There's no I don't understand this. There's all sorts of options for comment moderation, but none of them include just letting people comment. They're all about only followers and only comments with more than 100 characters and restricted to and all sorts of stuff. Oh, actually restricted to commenters who have had accounts that are 2 weeks old. Maybe that would keep the spammers out. That would be nice. All right, 1 person, 3 comments. I am seeing nothing, whoever you are. I am so sorry. And I can't read messages from there. Let me see here. This is Irsa. Oh, Sue, I see you. Hello, Susan. I absolutely will choose you a card. I'm having all kinds of trouble today. And yeah, I'm not getting it, Irsa. I'm getting your message on here. I don't understand why. I see the screenshot with me on it. So there you are, Irsa. Something has changed, something has shifted. Okay, I'm going to draw for Susan. I don't understand what all that was. I honestly don't. Very, very strange. Okay, so this is the 19th. We're on the new clock. We've lost my calendar. There we go. We're at the equinox, are we not? Tomorrow is the equinox. So asking the cards about places in our lives where we could bring some balance. Some of that from the equinox. Okay? That is my plan. All right, so Susan. Nice. Susan, number 11. Gorgeous card. This is goldenrod, and the caption is empathy. So this is very much the color of the third chakra, the seat of your personality and your self-image and your self-celebration, self-honoring, all of those things. That which is me is rooted in the third chakra, right? So yeah, I see you, Irsa. I do. Oh, hey, Regina. Hello, Linda. Oh my goodness, everybody's here. Yay. It is from that self-knowing that you are then able to extend empathy and caring to other people, knowing that they are who they are in their third chakra. You can, when you know who you are and you're secure in yourself, you can allow them to be who they are, and you can empathize with them, but you don't have to. It's not about thinking like they think or trying to impose your thinking on them. It's like the two ones in the 11. It's standing side by side in parallel. They add up to a 2, which is the relationship number, but neither one of them gets lost. That's why 11 is one of the master numbers. So being finding your empathy through knowing yourself. And as a question for what are we doing in this time of balance, where do we need to bring balance? So you know better than I do. Maybe there's something within you that okay, I'm going to read for Irsa because she sent me a text. Well, no, it isn't even a text. It's a whatever. She was helping me try to figure out the technicals, which I still don't know what happened, but they're mended. So Irsa, a place for you to bring some balance. And we have, oh, this is, okay, number 24. This is Peach Buds. And anticipation, so that looking forward, to bring balance to anticipation, I think would suggest bringing being here now, certainly anticipating what comes next, but not galloping off in a fantasy of things that you would like to have come next. Just being with what really is and knowing that the next moment is going to be lovely, and the next day and the next week, and anticipating what you can enjoy and staying very rooted in the concrete. Does that make sense? Okay, Irsa. So Regina and then Linda. And oh my goodness, Barb, hello, good to see you. Okay, and Tanya's here. Yay, Tanya. Hi, good to see you. Okay, so we're just going to take a few minutes. Regina is Regina in Ireland? In which case, belated happy Saints Day, if that's something that you marked. Whoops. Yeah, it's good to see you. Very, very good. All right, so because tomorrow's the equinox, I'm asking about balance, bringing balance into our everyday. And for Regina, ooh, are you working and working hard, Regina? I'm not sure. You have synthesis, which is number 15. All these gorgeous brambles in there, all on one branch of the bush, the shrub, all at different stages of development. And this is about you sourcing things from different places. I use the example of baking a cake, right? You go and you get the eggs from your chickens out back, and you go and get flour that's been grown on the prairie, and you go and get sugar that's been grown in some distant place and refined and sent your way. And you take these things all from different places, and you are the one who puts them together, and you are the one who makes the cake. And there's something in your life. It's very often, I have found, people relate this to stuff going on with their careers, where they're either hiring people from different places, or they're writing manuals, or they're doing some sort of research work, where it's up to them to find stuff from all different places and make it into whatever their cake is going to be. The 1 and the 5, that's you and growth and expansion coming together, to the 6, which is about meeting responsibilities and improving the community, doing something that makes your community healthier and happier because you've done the work. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Linda, you can have one card, please. Oh, and especially you bring me tulips. Oh, that's so springy. I love it. Thank you. All right, for Linda. Linda, I think you've been here before on a Friday. I don't think I know you from anywhere else, and that's all right. I'm just saying. Except if I'm wrong, I apologize. I've got something trying to tickle my nose. All right, for Linda, a place that she can bring balance. Oh, okay, Linda. This card shows up at important times in people's lives. I would say it's number 9, which is the highest of the single digits. It is that place where everything is connected to everything else, where it contains all of the other energies, because of course we're always adding up, and 9 is the highest. Um, the the blue bead lily is the yellow that I was talking about with the goldenrod, the yellow of that third chakra, that seat of your personality, that place where your identity, your central identity exists and sits and will continue after you're done with being in the physical world. That will still survive, because it always was and always will. The As the season goes on, these little flowers will turn into little blue berries. That's why it's called blue bead lily. And the blue is the color of the throat chakra and communication and the words that we express ourselves with. The When a personality, this yellow personality, is communicating in this card, it's very often about a connection from the unseen realm, whether it's I am not a medium, but very often this card shows up when somebody has just lost someone, or when they're seeking to communicate with the other side. So bringing balance, if you're grieving, certainly that you bring balance by experiencing the grief fully. Trying to hide it, trying to bury it, that doesn't work at all. It is always there. And it never goes away, it just changes. If you are experiencing difficulties bringing balance, knowing that no matter what, you are loved from the other side, that there are personalities that survive in the non-physical, that are around you and love you beyond reason, absolutely ridiculously. I don't know whether you've read any Anita Moorjani, her book Dying to Be Me. She had a however we call those now, a near-death experience, except she really seems to have gone quite far into the next realm, and she says there just aren't any words to describe how much love there is for us there. And I absolutely believe that. I really, truly do. So maybe that's something that you need to know right now. I hope it is. It is. All right. That was Linda. Okay. Barbara. Hello and yes, please, to you too. Second time the charm? Are you second time my video? Is that yeah, Irsa, I picked for you. You are welcome. Tanya. Okay, so Barbara, then Tanya. I hope things are well with you, Barb. I'm in Ontario. We've just gone back into zone red, which suggests we're having some kind of a spike. I don't know of immediate experience because I am here in my happy, happy place. I'm so ridiculously happy. and I haven't been out anywhere for a year, and like a little bit on foot, but you know, I am profoundly not having to deal with the realities of the wider world, and I'm very fortunate, hugely blessed. I can feel you shouting at me, Barbara. I'm going to go there. I think I might be defying you. Oh dear. Okay, well, if I'm defying you, you can tell me. You, number 29, pay attention. Pay attention. All of this is a warning to not take things for granted and not accept other people's word for stuff, which comes back to a trust yourself, right? It is about other people, and that can be marketing programs, that can be um, you know, Nigerian princes, it can be any number of people. Two is the relationship. Nine is that everything interconnected. They're adding up to an 11, which is two individuals in parallel, which adds up to two, which is a relationship. Um, Juicy, juicy, shiny, yummy looking berries going to take you down. Deadly nightshade. So nobody's going to force you, but pay attention to what juicy berries are being put in your way, and what this was to bring balance to. So bringing balance to paying attention. Maybe there are people that you have been very suspicious of, that you need to balance that with, you know, if you've got 10 years when they've been trustworthy, you could stop worrying about their intentions. But for the most part, I think the balance is, I think it's about looking after yourself. I really do. And not, of course, we all look for the love and approval of the people around us, but questioning their motives to make sure that we are not contributing in our own oppression or harm or whatever, that becomes very important. Does that make sense? I don't know what's going on with you, Barb, to be sure. Tanya. Oh, Eileen is here. Susan, you're welcome. Regina, you're welcome. Oh, there's a bunch of people. Linda, you're welcome too. Okay, that makes sense. Jen, yay! Yes, you may have a card. Very soon I'm at Tanya. Tanya and then Eileen. Eileen, I saw you posted, you celebrated this week. Very cool. Very, very cool. That was, oh dear, giveaway. Yeah, important anniversary. March the 17th, 1968. I was confirmed into the Church of England. It is a long time ago in a country far, far away. Tanya, bringing balance for the equinox. I don't know when you got here, but I'm looking forward to being able to see you and spend time with you again, even if it's a Zoom thing. I miss you. Okay. For Tanya, bringing balance. Oh, okay. This is lovely. Isn't that lovely? The one which is you, the seven which is the teacher, coming together in flow. and knowing what you're doing and where your time is going right now. That's just exactly what you need. Eight, and the 1 and 7 is eight, obviously, is the number for balance. It's those two mirror image lobes on the number eight. It's that lovely flowing energy. It's the fairness and the justice and all of those balanced things that are the energies that are carried by the eight. And look at that! How gorgeous is that? It's just lovely abundance. And I know already that you are surrounded by people who love and respect you, and I know there's laughter in your life, and I know there's all sorts of lovely um, perception growing challenges and an abundance of opportunity for you, and a multiplicity of options that you're having to decide about. Uh, that's really a nice card. I like that. So abundance for Tanya. Very cool. Eileen is here. Okay, and then was Jen next? Yes, Jen. Okay, Barb, I'm seeing your comments, but I'm not thoroughly certain what you were responding to with each of them. I'm sorry that you're having medical stuff. What card did you get? Oh, pay attention. Oh, okay, yes. All right. Paying attention to the pharmaceuticals and your body's reaction to them. Your yeah, there's a lot of need to pay attention. Not necessarily believe, oh, you know this. You've been through this before with medics giving you brush off answers and stuff. So that's okay. Where I've lost Eileen again. Would like a card. All right. So bringing balance in Eileen's life would be directed to oh, I pulled two. That's so odd. And they're both pine. Usually I can tell when there's two. So we have the white pine and the mugo pine. We have potential and leadership. I don't know what's going on at your office these days, or indeed if that's, I don't know. I know people screenshot their cards. This is hard. Okay, fingers out of the way. So 19 and 28. Oh, okay. 1 plus 9 is 10. 2 plus 8 is 10. The 1 is you. 10 is all the energy of the 0 is all the energy of the cosmos. We're adding them together, remembering that all of that cosmic energy is within you. That you can, in this case, whoops, gosh, my hands are backwards. In this case, you can move potentially in any direction. You can choose whether to go out from the center, going left, going right, going up, going down. The smallest movement now can change the trajectory quite a lot. And then the leadership card, those new growths, this is in the spring when the limb of the tree shoots up this sort of naked spike, which is called a candle, and then it fleshes out through the summer, and it grows its needles and gets fat. But the candle, it's what brings light into the darkness, right? It's that lovely place where the energy, which is you, combined with all of the support that you get from the cosmos, can light the way for other people. So getting both of those is really rather fascinating to me. Yeah. This the deck is well shuffled. It's not as if they were together. That's so interesting, Eileen. I don't know what's going on with you. Bringing balance to potential and leadership feels very, very sort of careerish rather than your life at home. I know you're keeping your safety and you're not out in a crowd anywhere. I don't know. Okay, happy Friday, Jen. Hello, Carol. Yes, please. Yes, please. Okay, I'm gonna read for Jen, and then I'll be here for Carol. We because it's the equinox tomorrow, so the night and day will be of equal length. Which I guess the further north you are, the more that matters, kind of. So it's about balance. That was not one card jumping out. That was me being clumsy. For Jen, bringing balance into which area of life? I'm hearing commentary from you, but I don't have a card that says that. Oh, interesting. Okay, so bringing balance to keeping still. 2 is the number of relationships where more than one person is involved, and this is about more than one relationship and connection and mediation. And they're adding together to a 4, which is a really solid, practical, reliable energy, foundational energy. This card is I don't know if you can tell, this rose bush has had freezing rainfall on it. So the temperature is at the place where it falls as a really, really cold liquid, and as soon as it touches anything, then it freezes. So it's as if the branches get dipped in glass. They're so just encased in the ice, which means they don't move, and it means if you try to move them deliberately, you can damage the bark, you can damage the growth underneath the bark, you can hurt the plant a lot. So there's a need to just leave it where it is until conditions change, until the ice has melted or sublimated, whichever way, until it's gone. So for bringing a balance to the idea of staying still. So many of us are staying still. We can't travel. We can't do the things that we maybe used to do in the before times. But I know a little bit about what you're dealing with, and I think maybe yeah, this isn't predictable. That I would say a quiet practice where you either sit or walk or run or cycle into the zone, into that place where you can hear your own wisdom, getting into that centered, quiet core that is you, where you know what to do. And sometimes you just get so busy and working on the surface and reacting to things that are going on and responding to other things and trying to meet a bunch of deadlines and trying to deal with chaos, and you never get a chance to put Jen first. And yeah, sit down, sit still, be with Jen. That might be the balance that the card is talking about. Oh my goodness, Eileen, seriously? I love that. You know, I love the cards, and I love, oh, and we have a spammer in the room. Thank you very much. That's really helpful. Um, I always, I trust synchronicity to bring the answers, and I know it will because it always does. And at the same time, I'm always amazed and delighted and thrilled when it happens. Carol, I see you. I put a restriction that it had to be people who had had accounts for more than 2 years. Last week we had 4 spammers in the course of the hour, but I think it was the same one changing their name. So, touch wood, haven't had that happen yet. Okay. So, hopefully I have got rid of this one. Delete. Yes, I want to delete this comment. All right. Oh, dear me. I hope those disappear. Okay, yeah, she's drawn to you. Carol. Carol, thank you. Yes, everybody, if you're able and willing, reporting the spammer is, the more of us who do it, the better. I don't know, it's telling me, when I click on it, it's offering me the option of unhiding the comment, which suggests that it's hidden, but I'm seeing it just fine. So I'm not at all sure. Carol, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be making you wait. Carol, where do we need to bring life? Oh. Do I know you, Carol? I know your name. I know you like this page. I know you come to lives, but I don't think I know you anywhere else. Okay, Carol. Oh, nice. Okay, we have number 33. Did we just have 22? We've had 11 and 22, and now here's 33. Very interesting that. It's balanced, right? It's the balance energy with the two sides equal. That's rather good. Hooray for the cards. Number 33, these cat's ears, which are a lot like dandelions. You can see they're in fruit right here. And of course, each of those little white tufts has a seed down in the flower center. It's hard there. I don't know if it's my eyes or this camera or the card. The card has good definition. Anyway, seeds that are going to brush off onto any passing animal or trouser leg, or they're going to get airborne and they're going to travel, and they're going to go far and wide and travel and spread the DNA of this plant out into the world and allow what is this plant to be seen and heard in other places. So the idea of connecting with a passionate idea that then ripples out and travels far and goes places that you would never have thought of. It is a very creative thing. 3 is the number of creativity and original thought. It's the place where inspiration enters into your field. It's the place where precognitive dreams come, where the solution of how to build that wooden shelf shows up when as you're waking up in the morning and you realize, of course, if I just fit the angle to this and that, it'll all work. All coming from a place of 3 energy. When you have 2 of them together, then that 3, that inspiration and solution finding and novelty is adding up to a 6, which we had a 6 earlier too, which is that place of accepting responsibility and improving the community by doing what you're doing. And as you connect with your passion and you do what you are excited about and inspired to do, then the community is benefiting from that. Always, always. I didn't notice when I was framing these cards. I probably didn't even notice when I took the photo. That purple flower that is there. Whoops. Okay. Clumsy, clumsy. This flower here. It is, I think, vetch, if I'm not much mistaken. Purple color of the third eye, right? That place where you know things without having deliberately learnt them. So there's a lot of call forward, Carol, to go into that which excites you, right? Connect with your passion. Do it just as these cat's ears have grown in one spot, doing what they know how to do and grow and flower and develop the seed head. And because they have done it and loved it and excelled at it, the seeds are going to go off and change the world and bring cat's ears to other places. So finding your balance with that, I'm going to suggest that you're right now having to do things that you don't necessarily feel passionate about. So bringing in something to balance out that the duty that you're dealing with and the stuff that you're doing because you have to do it. And of course, a lot of the world right now is behaving in ways that they wouldn't necessarily choose because of the public health issues. But we do what we have to do, and then we can add in something that we love and feel good about, and supplement our energy, because it can't pour from an empty vessel, and all of that. Meeting our responsibilities while not feeding our souls is that's just a no-go for sure. And for anybody, I'm going to go back through and delete these. Yes, I'm sure. I'm always talking about quiet practice because that's just who I am, and whether that's about it can be about prayer, it can be about tree hugging, it can be about meditating in sitting in a lotus position or lying on your back. It can be about walking a labyrinth or working with a lots of and also a lot of active ways. Athletic people talk about getting into the zone when they're walking or running or cycling or doing whatever, and they're able to, the body continues with the activity, their thinking shifts to a different place, and it's about getting to that place. That's what I call quiet practice. This month I've been doing a series of sampler workshops on Saturdays. We've done some different stuff with breathing and with other stuff. And tomorrow I'm going to be playing a mantra, really nice. Good Lord, here we go. We have another one. I apologize. I don't know what to do about this. I really, truly don't. Mantras. Yes, I found a wonderful Deva Primal mantra that we can listen to, and we can talk about how mantras help us to shift, and we can practice. So it's one of these, come try it out, no commitments, no expenses, just of course I do connect people. Oh, I connect people. I point people at the value pay um, link tab on my website, but this is absolutely not compulsory. Comment has already been deleted. Okay, good. Carol, I missed you. I didn't miss you. Carol, passion was yours, wasn't it? Yes. Because Barbara was the nightshade. Eileen was all the pine trees. Tanya was abundance. Jen was keeping still. Yeah, Carol, you were passion. So you maybe need to come back and watch the video later, and see what I said about that, because that was yours. The video will be here on this Facebook page for sure, and I will be posting it to my YouTube channel as well. And if you're watching on either of those, oh, there's the answer to that. What will we do next? If you're watching the video, or indeed if you're here and just not speaking, which is fine, this next card will be a community card for you, and hopefully will apply to some area of life that you need to find balance at this time of equinox. Oh, okay, we have number 12. We have story. This is a sumac. Sumac later in, or earlier in the season, I guess, from this picture, puts out berries that can be made into ink, which can then be used for decorating your skin or for writing. The one in the is yourself, your central identity, your place, the place where your universe begins. 2 is the number for relationships and negotiations and mediations and all of that, dealing with other people and who you become when you're with other people, all of that energy. And they're adding up to a 3, which is that point of inspiration that we were talking about, the place where new ideas and creative thoughts and just thoughts that are given, inspirations, come through. So when you are, we're looking for balance in the telling of our story, and this sumac, you can see the story of the whole season is right here in these leaves. There are still places that are yellow and green, and there's orange and red and brown, and the whole story of the season is right there, all at the same time, same place. And so finding balance in the telling of the story, I think it seems to me this is a lot about the story that we tell to ourselves, the story that is in that one, that identification that we have with our story related to this lifetime, and how we share it with other people, which is the 2. There's a lot to be said about how the cosmos reflects back what we're talking about. So when we are telling a story about how blessed we are and how wonderful our life is and how fortunate we are, and maybe that's coming just from a place of inspiration and a place of knowing that life is really, really good, then we call in more to be grateful for and more to feel is really good. If we're telling a story about how and sad and unhappy and miserable and hungry and unwanted and unloved and all of those things. It just deflates us all the way down. So getting into the good stuff about your story. And some days it feels like, yeah, the only good thing is that I woke up breathing. Well, tell yourself that story, and tell your friend, I woke up breathing. Feel good about that, and be in. So finding a balance that will uplift you, finding a balance that raises your vibration, and you can't get from despair to ecstasy in one step, but moving up a little bit. If you're in despair, then read the news and feel the anger, because that will lift you out of despair and move you on to a different level, and then you can move up a little more, step by step by step. Abraham Hicks teaches that whole gradual elevation of vibration. And there is much to be said for it, goodness knows. All right. Is there anybody else here? I'm seeing a bunch of notifications coming in. Thank you. I saw, Barbara, you reported the second one. Okay, I've got error performing query, so I'm not sure exactly what that means. I don't know. People. Carol, I don't understand what's going on with your feed, because I see you I see you still asking, even though I promise you I have read for you. We're 7 minutes to, my gracious. So tomorrow at 11 Eastern is my quiet practice, the mantras tomorrow. And then next week I'm going to, we're going to look at some chanting, because that's another way that some people lift themselves out of their busyness, engage the brain, and be able to let the mind wander. But tomorrow's mantras, I think, will be great. Also on Monday at on Tuesday at 2:00 Eastern. And I notice my UK people aren't here. I guess I should have advertised more, because clocks have moved in North America. They haven't moved in the UK. So we're only 4 hours apart instead of 5. That's too bad. Tuesday at 2:00 in the afternoon in Zoom. The quiet practice thing is in Zoom too. And you can get that link. You can direct message me here, or you can go to the website, and from Contact Us you can send me an email, or you can go to events, and actually my Zoom link is there. So that's possibly the easiest way. The other thing would be to sign up for my newsletter, because the Zoom link is in there as well. So then you would have it in your inbox if you were a subscriber, and that would be a lovely thing if you would do that. You can actually do it from this page on Facebook. There's a pinned post that has, I think, a bit of the Exploring Paths logo, and you can click that. It'll take you to the sign me up for the newsletter page. What else can I tell you? I've got stuff going on. I've got some special stuff for patrons. If you're interested in being a patron, that link is on the website as well. And look at labyrinth things, mantras tomorrow, my life today. Okay, so I guess anything else we can talk about next week. Next Friday, I'm thinking to do some numerology, working with birth dates again. We can look at what the energies are going to be for April. Love doing numerology. I love doing this. I love I like it all. Numerology just gets me all excited. So I'm going to spend the week now finding good pens so I can show you your numbers on a grid. And that will be a great happiness to me. And it looks as though nobody else has come in. And I think maybe I'm mostly talking to myself. Okay, myself and the video watchers. So thank you for watching all the way through. Really appreciate that. And if you're interested in these cards, Wisdom of the Garden Path, you can buy them directly off my website. You can go and buy the cards, buy the postage that is right for you. I've got Canadian, American, and Great Britain. And that's, oh, Lillian. Yes, please do. You just caught me before I was leaving. You're asking for a card? Lillian. That's a lovely name. I like that. Lots of lots of stuff. You want me to draw a card for you, Lillian? We're drawing for balance for the equinox tomorrow. We're talking about areas in life where we can find balance. I do like to have explicit permission to draw a card for you, Lillian. Maybe you've gone away again. Oh. Well, I don't know if you're going to get an answer to that, but I can keep it in mind while we look at your, okay, so if you're a Libra, you know about balance. Finding the balance in is this your desire, or is it the balance of an engagement of two people agreeing to bring their pasts and balance them together towards a joint and balanced future that is sharing and equally nurturing for both. Finding that balance, when you find it, it's wonderful. Good gracious. Well, this bodes well. You got number one, the beginning. And this is a daylily, the new growth time, growing up through last year's leaves, which they've died and they've dried, but they're still attached to the root. So they've protected the root from the winter cold. And now the new growth is just pushing through them, disregarding them, not allowing what was past to get in the way of what is future. Okay, does that, all right. Yes, okay, Liliane, you understand? I think finding the balance in the beginning, I think everything about your circumstances and your question is certainly, it's about a new beginning and bringing balance to all of it, and not um, not sacrificing anything, not relinquishing anything. When two things come together, it should be double, not half. Okay? So that balance where Liliane gets to be brilliant Liliane in Liliane's life, and also Liliane who supports somebody else's life, and they get to be on their path and supporting you as you are on yours. So lovely, lovely, lovely energy. And we've gone past the hour now. I'm glad you understand me. This is good. I'm going to shut this down. War. War. I don't know what that means. WAW is not one of the words that I'm familiar with. However, thank you for coming. I will be back here Friday at 2 o'clock next week. It will be the 26th, and I will be here again. Thank you if you've been watching the video. Do like and follow this page while you're here. If you're on Facebook, subscribe to the channel. If you're on YouTube, visit my website. There's a bunch of stuff on my website. It has just been accumulating content for the last, since 2008. So what's that, 14 years worth of content. If you can't find what you want there, let me know. I will do my best. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Stay home if you can. Stay safe when you're out. And I'll look forward to seeing you again. Namaste.